that's good. So now we are live. So today I want to move straight to the word of form. So what am I going to do first? I'm going to create a new file called form.css. Are you with me? So I'm creating an external CSS called form.css. Can I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thompson, can I continue? Thompson, can I continue? Hello? Thompson, can I
Yes, sir. Are
continue?
we starting with CSS?
Yes, I just
Hello,
created it.
sir.
I created a CSS, external CSS called form.css. So then I'm going to create,
Okay, so we start.
yes. So you can start with anyone, form.html. So
Okay.
I started with form.css, then I created with form.html. So with form.html, right, I can start with anyone. So I want to create the, what do you call it, the form. I'll just call it form, right, form task. Is that also? Now for today. So once this is a form task for today, I remembered that the first thing I created today was what? Thompson, what did I create today? What was the first thing I first created?
Form tags.
Okay. What was the
You
first
created the form CSS.
.css? That's the external CSS. External CSS.
Yes.
So how will I create it? So
Yes.
this
Then
is
you create.
style, right? Sorry. You see, I'm already making a little mistake. So that will be what? You use what? A link. Is that also? Right? So what am I linking? That's what? The form.
Your form dot CSS.
.css. So that's good. So now we'll test it with the demo data. This paragraph, right? And I'll just write anything I want to write there, right? And I save it, right? Once it's saved, then I'll just want to what? Go to what? Open with what? Lifesaver. I just want to see what I've done, what I've written, what's showing. Now we can see all that was written there is what is there, right? So what will I do? I will Control Z it. I'll Control Z it. So now I've Control Z it. So what am I going to do next? I want to create a form. And remember in the last task, can someone drop the form for me as on my WhatsApp, or someone can just share his screen so that we can see the form? I just want to create the form first so I can see the form. Has anybody done that? The
Don't
task.
okay.
Mhm.
Here is mine.
I've sent it to your WhatsApp, sir. I've sent it to your WhatsApp.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just dropped it. Why not send it? Why not send it to the group? Sorry, so
I've
everybody can see it.
Okay,
I've,
okay. I'll forward it to the group now. I'll forward it to the
I've
group.
sent it to the group already.
Okay, send it to the group. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the group.
Okay, Peter, good job, good job.
Thank you so much. Okay, let someone share his or her screen. Let us see it. Then I'll analyze it. So I'll stop sharing. I'll stop presenting. So I want someone to present his or her screen of the form, and then I want to explain one or two things. Signing the form.
I didn't do this. Sir.
No, no, you're not to do it, but the form, the way it is, I want you to just share your screen and show it to me on your system. You open your
No,
system.
I was not in class on. I was not in class on this day.
Okay, no problem. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to what do you call it? I don't want to open my WhatsApp, but what will I do? Okay, I'm going to open my WhatsApp. I don't want to open my privacy, the privacy of my WhatsApp, but what else can I do? What else can I do? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect with my phone, and I'm going to what share it from my phone. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So this is my phone. Then I'm going to join the link with my phone. Just hold on. Um, so sorry, I have to okay, so I'm going to share Mm, so I believe you can all see it now. I wish I can expand it. Okay, so I can expand it. So I just expanded it. Now you can see the form has what? So can you see it? So the form has what? It has first name, last name, middle name. Are you with me? I'm trying to zoom it. First name, your last name. You can see where it is addressed. You have your email, you have the job title, you have some other informations there. So I will what I'm going to say is that I'm going to try and create this form today. Then we'll now continue with the headings, right? The banners. Then we'll continue with the other sides of the form. But that will be on Wednesday. Is that okay?
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you so much. So now we're going to move on to the next step. So I'm going to get out of here, my phone. Mm, Okay, so now there are some things that we have to do, and then I'm going to use what they call the what's part of the HTML5 semantics. So they call it header. So I'll just ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to create a form?
Hello, sir. I can't see your screen. No.
Okay, don't worry, I'm going to share my screen now. Sorry about that. I think I skipped that part. So I'm going to share my screen. So you guys are very attentive to it, and I'm happy about that. So I'm going to do a Control Z. So this is the header, right? Question is, are you ready to create a form? So that's a question, right? So from the header, I can create a section. So in that section, I will say, okay, this is a section. How do I make use of creating different kinds of HTML form elements? So it's what we call the div, right? So with the div, I'm saying in this div, right, I don't want to what waste the div. I don't want to waste the functionality of the div. So I can call this div what the parent div. So I want you to understand it's the parent div. Now from this div, I can create another div, right? So and I'll call this class, right? I'll call it what child div. Are you with me? So in this child div, then I can now copy it and I'll place this, place this, place this, place this. So in this div, why am I using div? There are four kinds of block elements, parent block elements in HTML. You have the div. Please, I want you to write this down. You have the div. You have the what? The unordered list. The ordered list. Yes. You have your paragraph, and there's one particular one that I want you to do your research on. So you have your div. You have your paragraph. You have what? Your unordered list. All those list item. So then there's a particular one that I used to. So those are the
What
four.
about
What about what? Tommy Thompson.
nav?
Thank you. You got it now. Who taught you that one?
Nav.
Yes, there's navigation. Who taught you that?
Yes, I learned it from what's it called? From the camp, sir.
Okay, now.
From the
Okay, now.
visual lecture. I mean, offline lecture.
Okay, okay, okay. Do you still go for
Yes, sir.
it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we are starting fully tomorrow.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so now we have the I would say this is what they call the first name, right? We have the first name. Now I can say we have the last name, right? Then we have the word email address, right? Then after that, first name, last name, email address. Then we have the age. So now open with live server. So can you see each of them? They're on a straight line. So I just put those words there to let you see that with those words, they have what each of their straight lines. Now they are starting on what a straight line. They are having their straight line. So now I want to create another part. I want to create spaces between them. I want there should be enough spaces between them. So I'm going to make use of the CSS, right? But first, this is the parent div. The parent div, I want to make use of a space between them. So what will I do? Remember I taught you about universal,
Uh, uh,
right? Okay,
Hello,
what?
sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Please, sir, what's the difference between section and form?
What do you say?
What's the difference between section and form?
Section and form. Now, section is okay. Form is where you put, like, when you're writing your text, you're sending a text message to someone. That's when you're using a form element. So when you say form, that means you're forming something to do a particular thing for you. Now, section means in a section, each section, right? You can put a form. In each of each section, you can put an header. In each of each section, you can put a navigation. So those are the different part of between section and form when you
Okay.
are coding. Is that okay? Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So now you have the parent div. So I want to create a space between them. So I can now say margin, right? I can say to So I just want to create a space and let us see what's going to happen. So can you see it? This is the parent. Can you see the space? Can you see to So this margin means, and I told you guys to read about box sizing. So if you want to know more about it, now let's put a background color in the CSS. A background color. Now let's say background color. Background color. Let's put yellow. We save it. Can you see? So inside of it, we're having what? This is what is being done. So now from here to here, if you look at the space, from here to look at the space, now try to reduce it. Can you see it? Can you see the spaces between them? So I can increase it. Now see, I'm going to increase it to 6 frame and I'll save it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Is that fine? So now, what is my aim? My aim is not to create this background color, but it's for you to make sure that you guys know more about, okay, what is box sizing, what is border box, what is creating your margin, creating your padding. So a lot of things needs to be taught, and you need to read more about a lot of things. So now, what am I creating the next time? The next thing for me to create now is what? The form. But for a form, for you to create a form, there's one thing you start with. They call it what? A label. So I'll say label for what? First name. Just take note of it. First name. So you write the name in camel case. Camel case. Label for what? First name. So now, and I'll put what? First name here. First name. Are you with me? Hello? Are you with me?
We are with you. We are with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But sir, I have a question.
Okay.
Please go to your CSS.
Okay, hold on. I think okay. Hold on. I want to place something for OBS. Okay. So I should go to my what? CSS, right? Okay, this
Yes,
is my
sir.
CSS. Okay.
Sir, why did you start the star at the top?
Okay, star at the top is for what do you call it? There's one thing they call universal. So the star is
Okay.
like a universal, that's a box size, and that means whatever I want to do, I don't want you to go out of this box. I want to be in this box. That's box
Okay.
sizing. So
Okay, sir.
trying to keep it safe. So now this is the label. Label is like when you go to a supermarket, I want to buy this stuff. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. So each of them, they will write the name of the stuff. They will put more details and they will put the price that is done also. So that's the usefulness of label. Are you with me? So that's the usefulness of label. Do you understand it? Are you with me? So
Sir.
now label.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now after label, then you can now create what input. Input means what am I typing? Input type tests. Is that also? This I'm typing a test, right? I want to know more about the test, right? I want to know more information about the test, right? So I can say placeholder. I can say enter your what first name. Are you with me? So I'll save it. Now go there. Can you see it? Enter your first name. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. We are with you.
Okay. Can you see this? Can you see the screen? So I can
Yes,
see
sir.
just the way you're
Okay.
testing it. Like when you're writing a test to your friend, you say, oh, you say, my friend. Now, what do I write there? What's the person name that was there after my friend?
Peter.
Peter.
Thank you. I just want to be sure you are following me. My friend Peter. So that's good. That's nice. So my friend Peter. So now, what am I going to do? I will just write it again the second time so you understand. Now, there's one thing they call ID. Now, when we get to the word of JavaScript, ID, and you have your first name. So ID should just have the name of your label. Label for first name. It should just have the same name. Now I want you to read about camel case. It should have the same name. So now I'm going to move this,
I mean
right?
camel case as in CAMEL.
Yes, camel case. Now label for last name, right? So you now have it like last name, right? Input, type test, please order, enter your last name. ID is what? Last
Last
name.
name is the ID.
Yeah.
It's like if you put in that input text, that placeholder,
Yeah.
and you didn't put in ID, will it? Is there any? Will it have any effect?
No. It's not going to have any effect. Now, the reason for the ID is to check for one or two things that, okay, this is the last name, this is the first name, right? So that's the reason for the ID. Is when you get to your word of JavaScript or you are trying to connect to your backend, that's when you start knowing the usefulness of an ID. So I'm going to give you a task to read about the word called CSS attributes. CSS attributes, right? So read about it. CSS attributes. So thank you. So I want you guys to just write out your assignment and send it to me before 5 p.m. That will be on, let's say, on Wednesday, so that we can know more what we are doing. So now, so this is your last name. You have the word email. So you call it email address. Now I have to change this guy to last name to email address. Make sure you are writing your codes very well. Very well. When I say very well, you're writing it very well. Are you with me? So now the last one is what? Age. Now take note of this. If this is what? Email address, then the ID is now what? Email address. Right? So now,
It's not moving.
maybe it's from your system.
A quick question.
Okay.
Okay.
HTML is case sensitive, right?
HTML. No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next we have the age.
Sir,
Yep.
you need to go back to that your email address. You
Thank
wrote
you.
the placeholder, yeah.
That's why when you copy and paste, it's always sometimes you make some mistakes. So now, so I won't move to the aspect of button today. I want it to be so much for you guys. So we have this first name, last name, email address, age, right? So, and there are different kinds of input type. There are different kinds of input type. So there's input type text, right? There's input type for email address. So can you see it's email? So that's what they call them attributes, HTML attributes. So we call it CSS attributes. Now for age, I'm not sure there's what they call it, input type for it. Now we have what? Text.
Sir, do we have an input type for number alone aside from text?
Yes, there's input type for numbers.
I mean, we can use input type for number instead of text for their age.
Yeah, number.
A text with number.
Yes. Yeah. So now there's another part they call it input type button. So sorry, don't let me use that one yet. Let me just calm down. So now let's look at the output. So we have them like this. Now there's something I need to do. So make sure that the first name, the last name, email, the age, they are what on a straight line, and the tests are what under it. So it's just a one line of code. And I want to take note. I'm going to pick label. So on Wednesday, I will want to explain the some types of CSS for you. Yeah, so that's where I want to start with. So when I ask you, I hope you're updating that form that I created for you, Peter and
Yes, sir.
okay. So I need you to update it. So now I'm going to create this, and I need you to put Thompson through, please. Now I can say display, right? I can say block. Let me just try it. Block. Let's see what's going to happen. Nothing's happening. I say display grid. So I want it to be in the form of a grid, right? So this is the label.
Sir, you haven't given label a class yet. I mean, or do you even need that?
No. Label is
Okay.
not a class. Can you see? I made a mistake.
Okay.
So label is not a class. Can you see it? So this is what I want to do.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yes.
label
Yeah.
is, I made a mistake there, and from you just speaking, I noticed my mistake. Though you did not correct me, but I noticed my mistake. So nobody's perfect
Sure.
in
Sure.
coding.
Sure.
We are here to learn from each other. So label,
Yeah.
so with that is on a straight line. Can you see it? On a straight line. So easily, I might want to what implement say this test. I want to be very big. So big that when I want to use it, I'll call it font size. Remember you are using your what do you call it? I can say foreign. Foreign. So when I go there, can you see it? Can you see how big it is?
Yes, sir.
So can you see how big it is now? It's coming to the lights of what we want it to be. And it's getting more and it's more bigger than that. So now the next thing is what? The input. Right? So next thing is what? The input. So we have the what input type test, but I want to give it a particular class, right? A particular class. So I'll say class, I'll just say input form. So I'm going to copy it because I want all the forms to look alike. Is that not so? They have to do what? Look alike. So Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. So I'll now go to CSS. Remember the class name, input form. How would I know it's a class? Using a full stop. Then, sorry. So input form is what's the class. I'll just Control S it. Control V. Right. So I'll now say font. I want to expand it. Right. But I'll just say, okay, then let me just expand it like that. Let me just say, let me increase the width. Right. So I'll say the width is, let's give the width, let's say 6 frame. Right. And the height is what? 4 frame. Can you see it? So I need to still expand it. Can you see the height? Height is from year to year. Can you see? From year to year.
I can see it. Yes, sir.
So I need to expand the width. How will I expand the width? I'll just call it 60 rem. Voila. Now it's so big. Hmm. Now,
I have some. I have a question to ask her.
okay.
Please go back to your HTML. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
In that place, what if you don't want to class it? What if you use that div this thing, that div class, the first class you give to all them all on your HTML?
Yes.
Child underscore div.
Child underscore div. Now, child
Yes.
underscore div, right? Child underscore div
Yeah.
has its own work. It's for each of this class, and I don't want to what base it on that. I don't want to base what do you call it on what this. I'm basing it only on the input. Don't put more weight on everything. Make it lightweight. Make your code lightweight.
Okay.
So it's a good way you did that one. Child div. You now have to crawl it. You now do child div. You now pick input. It will be the same code. Let me write it for you. Now sit. Control C. Child div. The class is what? Child div, right? Then I will now put input. Watch you. Is there any change?
It's the same thing.
The
It's
same.
the same, sir.
It's the same, sir.
But now look at it. You have to write two code. And do you know that I can still use it for just one? I can still use only input. Just input. I'm getting the same thing. But do you know I'm not using only input? Because I told you we are going to get to the last part, right? Because I want to use input for another aspect now. Look at it. It's what they call radio, right? Input type radio. I can do it for gender. Label for gender, right? Gender, right? So now you can't enter your gender. You have to select it, right? So I'm gonna take away this placeholder. You now see the usefulness of knowing when to write a particular item over another one. So now, so can you see?
Sorry, sir. What about if we have can we have a placeholder for that gender saying select your gender?
Why not? You can have a placeholder, put your placeholder, select your gender, but where is it going to show? Placeholder always shows only inputs. That when you type a text, then the text disappears.
Okay.
So that's why I made use of not using only inputs. I created what? A class. That's why I give it that word, input form. So when I take away this guy, I'm in a safe place. I'm in a safe zone. Oh, do you know why it's still showing? Why is it still showing? Do you know why it's still showing? The class is still here.
Okay.
Voila. Can you see it?
Yes.
Now, let me now give you the usefulness of this child div. Now, child div is to create a space between each form element, between first name, last name, and the rest. Now, I want to create a space between them. So that's the usefulness of the child div, right? So I might want to say, okay, what am I going to do about it? I'll just say margin, right? So I might say, let's say margin bottom, margin bottom, right? I can say 2 rem. Are you with me? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So can you see the more spacing? Now,
But sir, what if you use gap? Will gap work in this situation?
you can use grid gap. Why not? It shows that you're learning CSS grid. That's good. You can use the gap. That's nice. You can use the gap. You can use the gap. That's fantastic. I'm happy. You are really listening. So now I want to increase the text, right? So I want to increase the text, like the text size. Can you see? So how do you increase text size? Who want to tell me how it's going to be done? Text size,
Font. You increase the font size.
font size. Okay. How do I say if I don't know it? And I'll follow you. Font size. So the height is what? 4 m. So font size, I'll give it 3 m. Can you see? Now enter your age. Can increase it. Can reduce it. Can increase it. So next thing, you can give it color the way you want it to be. Right? When you click on it, when you take it away, right? When you type, right? Is there any problem with it?
Sir.
Yep. And you see that there are different ways to write code.
Yes, sir.
You guys are marveled. I did not waste paper. I did not waste anything, and I'm displaying it to you. Oh, this I should do this. This I should do this. And do you know one thing about it? It's responsive. I'll not be 100% responsive the way I want it because of I used what rem. Now, if I use this one width for 100%, it takes the 100% of the distance. 100%. Sorry, let me just. It takes the 100% of whatever screen you want it to be. Can you see it? And it's within that range. Can you see it? So this is what we call responsiveness. It's responsive. So no matter if I host it now, right? If I host it and I send it to you, you can what? Send it to anybody in the world and say this is what we did. This is what we've done to this class. Now wait, let me just try and host it. Let me go to my Netlify. Netlify. It has been a very long time I hosted, but let me see.
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
That Netlify, the last time we tried them, those student that graduated last, we tried to open it, but each time we create an account on it, they flag it immediately.
yeah, because there are ways to host in your Netlify. There are ways to host in your Netlify. Some people do drag and drop, right?
No, the thing, once you even create the account, before even doing anything, once you create the account, because they ask you to create it through is it Gaunt Hub, abi font, abi G- something hub like that.
GitHub.
Yes, yes, just like this.
If you don't have a GitHub
Yes,
account,
yes, GitHub, yes.
if
But
you don't have a
immediately
GitHub account, you
once
can.
we click this thing like this,
Now you must be on the same section with your
mm,
GitHub, yes. So can you see? I can log in easily.
My own was not going through. You have to cancel it.
Mm, mm. So this site. So add new sites. This I'll do drag and drop. See, import an existing project. Set. See site. Yes. So browse to upload. So I'll look for where it is. So these are the two projects. Home.css. I'll go look for where it is. Where is this guy? If we need a file explorer. Rigging master. So I'll just go there. I will drop it again just so that. So I don't know if you can see my screen. It's uploading. So
Yes, sir.
mm, if there's index.html, they should upload perfectly. But I'm not sure there's index.html, so I might have a problem. See 5 new fly uploaded. See monday.html, form.html. See publish deployed for GTSTs today at 8:53. Production. If I want to download it, open production deploy. Page not found. And do you know why page is not found? Because there is a law that states if you want to do your deployment, right, your first project must be what index.html. So I will change this guy to index.html. Index means the starting page. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to deploy it again. Now, I already said it before that that is going to work. So I'll go back to sites. Though I don't deploy, but I don't do like this. But let me just try this guy. Today, I will confirm, open it. So it's already index.html. So I'll just take it like this. So index tells the deployment that, okay, this is where I want you to start with. This is what I want you to do. So this is the deploy log. So whatever it shows here tells you whether it was successful or it was not successful. So just wait. They call it log. So you can read about log. Log tells you, oh, is this successful? Oh, there's this error. Oh, this. Oh, this. So that's the usefulness of it. So you can preview it. Can you see it? I want to send it to you guys in the chat before this call goes out. So click on it. Can you guys see it now? Hello? Thompson, Peter, Sharif.
Sir, I did not see it in the group. Oh,
Now
I
drop
just no, no, I've seen it, sir. I just opened it now.
it. Okay.
It's in this chat, Sheriff.
Which chat?
The
This
Teams.
one, it's
Google Meet. Google Meet.
Okay, this chat. Okay.
So click on it. Try it on your phone. You see it's responsive. Try it anyway. You see it's responsive. So
Sir, on my phone, it's not showing. Is the thing is not like, I don't know. Maybe my phone is too. I don't know if it is small. The thing is no longer on the long this thing,
okay,
on the long
just screenshot
line.
it and send it to me on WhatsApp.
And that's why it said it's responsive. It's going to adjust to your screen, to the screen of whatever you are using.
Thank you. Okay, so I set the time for 1 hour. So I am through now, and I have like 3 minutes left. But I will say thank you so much for today's section. The text I gave you guys, please work on it and update that form I created for you guys and teach something about it.
Sorry, sir,
Okay.
sir, please can sir, please, sir, please can this form be sent to the WhatsApp group so I can
Okay, don't worry.
try and see if
I'll
I
do
can
that.
do it.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, guys, have a nice time, and feel free to ask me any question. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Take care. I'll send you the code too, so that you guys want to play with the code. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send it to the group. Bye bye, everyone.